Let's get the flow. So this is a maamer explaining the Alter Rebbe's maamer, Kidishanu bמצוותיו, that every yid is connected to the Kodesh Elyon, and this is expressed in the fact that every yid is ready to be Moishe Nefesh. The Rebbe says that this is every yid and every matzav, and doesn't have to be dafke when it comes to that kind of extreme and dramatic choice, in or out. Every yid is in. But the Chiddush is, Kidishanu bמצוותיו is referring to everyday life. That even in everyday life, he has this degree of commitment that connects him to h'tשכ and שמחת and h'tשכ. And b'chol yom ya'alucha selo, his praise, therefore his connection, selo is an eternal one. So then he went on to say, they all understand it. So this, since it has to be brought down into the whole year, so to understand the connection between our general avodah and Sukkot and Yom Kippur and Rosh Hashanah, because they are the avodah klolos for the whole year. In what areas? Rosh Hashanah Kabbalas Oil, Yom Kippur Tshuva, and Sukkot Simcha. So just get the connection there. So he's now to understand the connection between them and the whole year is by first prefacing the question: how can we even say there is a connection? A Jew, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Sukkot is in a state of inspired state, and how can this possibly be translated? How can a person be holding the level of Ne'ilah a whole year, the level of Simchas Torah, Sukkot, Rosh Hashanah, Tkiyah Shofar? But in light of the above, that the Nekud of Mesiras Nefesh is ever present. We'll understand this, because the only difference, really, there's no difference between a Yid and Ne'ilah and the simple Wednesdays, he said. The difference is only in his grasp of it, his appreciation of the moment. Tfisas veherger sichloi, the way his mind, the way he, I'm sorry?
You have the key for office Gidzi. I need to bring
the key for
the office for Gidzi.
Yeah. 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 This office next door.
Yes, yes.
It should be this one.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you.
Wait till you come back. No, I don't think we finished the ice. Okay. No. That is to say, the second ice of Ice Dalet, second paragraph of Ice Dalet.
You mean of Ice Hay?
Hey, yeah. We'll continue that. We didn't finish that, so it's by the number, like number 20. That's a raptor, basically. Yeah, we just did that. We're middle there. So let's go back to So to answer again this question, which is what this Maimah speaks about, Kidishanu b'mitzvotio, that it is not relegated to particular moments of inspiration, but always. So this explains why these awesome moments of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur and so on are the head for the year, because what he's saying is we're not going to another space or place then. It's all as a consequence of the neshama that we have, which is connected to the Kiddush Elyon. The difference is that then we're open to it, we feel it, we appreciate it, the appreciation. So, back to the paragraph. But the difference between this inspirational state of Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur and the ordinary weekday, it's only with respect to the, in Yiddish, the Fandem von sein Seichel, the Fandem actually means the
scope.
Scope, yeah, that's a good word. Yeah, of his Seichel. That Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, he has an appreciation, intellectually understands what this day is, he's learned, he's appreciated. And so because his mind understands, so the heart is moved, he's inspired. But during the week, he's busy in mundane matters, literally in the public domain. He's out. He's saying by the public domain, he means literally he's out there in the world making a living in the marketplace. But he's also implying that it's a fragmented place out there, right? Shabbos we may not carry from Reshus HaYochid to Reshus HaRabim. What's interesting, it's one of the 39 melachos, right? What's interesting is that it's the only one that Torah pretty much spells out black and white. The rest are all derived from what they did in the Mishkan. It doesn't say don't plow, don't sow, but carrying, at the story of the manna, it's really the only malacha that the Torah spells out. And moreover, that's the reason, the basic reason why the Gemara also begins Hilchos Shabbos with Yitzias HaShabbos, with the laws of Haitzah, of carrying. Now, some of the Mefarshim say that the reason the Gemara starts with it because it's the weakest halacha, in terms of the weakest to understand. You're carrying something, there's no change from one place to another. All the other malachas are demonstrative of man's mastery over nature. It's a manipulation. Plowing, sowing, writing, they're intelligent acts. A malacha basically is an intelligent act that manipulates nature in some way. Carrying? The object was here, now it's there. Why is it even prohibited? So the Mefarshim say that's why the Gemara begins with it, because people would tend to treat it lightly. What has he done already? There's no change. But B'pnimiyah is Adarabah. Carrying is the whole point. The Isra of carrying expresses the whole essence of Shabbos, which is why, again, the Torah mentions only that. That's because Beruchnius, Reshus HaYochid, means a unified domain, a domain where Hashem's presence is revealed, hence is all is unified. And Reshus HaRabim means the domain of the many. Why? Conflict and multiplicity and division, because God's presence is not felt there. And therefore ego emerges and conflict, and people are fighting for the territory. So on Shabbos we don't carry from the enclosed domain to the open domain, Because Shabbos were all in Rishus HaYachid. Through the observing the laws of Shabbos, we all transcend into the world of unity where all is one. Foretaste of the Yom Shekol Shabbos. Foretaste of Yemais Mashiach. So not carrying it's the essence of it. Don't break out of the Rishus HaYachid on Shabbos. Remain embraced and in the world of unity. But the kavanah is to make the whole world Shabbos. So we have to go out after Shabbos into the Rishus HaRabim. The domain of the many means conflict, division, competition. I'm not in business, but I know that a lot of business effort that you do invested is protecting your profit, not so just earning it, but protecting probably most of the effort goes there. Is making sure that it's protected and you're not open to be taken advantage of, because that defines the Rishus HaRabim. It's dog eat dog. So that's what he's saying now. So Rosh Hashanah Kippur is in the Rishus HaYachid. Sukkah is mamish, embraced in the Sukkah. Dancing, Simchas Torah is one. It will coalesce into one body. All the Yidden dance around as one. And now it goes into Rishus HaRabim, which is the opposite. So the difference between the two is his appreciation of where he is and the environment. The environment is conducive for that. It's an environment by choice. He chooses to be in shul and be in the sukkah. It's contrived to a degree. It's a contrived environment. We are just staying away from the world out there, and we're staying in shul and home. But then he goes into the Rishus HaRabim, which is the reality. So the difference there is only in terms of his appreciation, his mindset, and therefore his emotional state. But Pnimius is neshama, the essence is neshama, the Mesiras Nefesh. The Jew is ready at all times. Negam kasher. So then he says, just bringing out the contrast in terms of the environment. Negam kasher is bringing besichloi, even when he's out there, and he's thinking about the truth of Ein Yod Milvadoi, and the truth that we really are in the Rishus HaYachid. He thinks about that, but lo yargish, he says he's not going to feel it like he did Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur and Sukkot. So that's all in terms of his feeling. But the truth, the reality, as it is true, in brackets, Gamim Einon Regeshes Besichli, if he doesn't feel it. But the reality is, but not a hidden potential reality. That by potential we mean it's there but unexpressed. That's a potential. Potential is a reality. It's true. Why is it called potential? Because it just hasn't actualized externally, but it's there. So it's not. He's saying not only the truth is not only something which is behelem, but it's front and center. And what is that truth? The truth is a yid, even though he's mamish immersed in the uvdin dachol, he's in the Rishus HaRabim, and he's in that world. He's going to negotiate that world. Can't go into business naively, believing everything that you're told. And not, everybody is suspicious. I mean, everything. And yet, there in that matzav, he can carry out the commandment, know God in all your ways, which means not mitzvahs, but all your ways, all the things you need to engage in, put bread on the table. There you can know him. Is he inspired as he's there? He's not inspired. He's making the deal. He's doing all the things he has to do. But there is this essential cognizance. He's a yid and a chassid, and everything is done in a way that is reflective of Hashem's will. He's a walking Kiddush Hashem. the way he behaves, the way he talks, the way he engages, the way he deals with people. What's b'chol d'rachecha do'eyo, says the Gemara. In Brachitz, it's a parsha ketana, it's a very small parsha, it's one verse. But shekol gufei ha'Torah tluyim, the whole body of Torah is really bound up with it, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day, is b'chol d'rachecha do'eyo, bringing godliness, expressing on the neshama, being a yid, and living like a yid in everything. Sheyidei, that's what we're up to, right? Remember, up to these words. Sheyidei zeh, excuse me. Nasa b'mayim the master shot tzavtze v'chibur im hakadosh baruch asher kidishanu bמצוותיו. Through this, behaving like a yid, making a kiddush Hashem b'chol d'rachecha do'eyo, knowing God in all of your ways. We don't just mean as he's interacting with others, but b'chol in everything. His breakfast, his shower, his bathroom, everything. He talks to his wife and children. So, doing so, b'chol d'rachecha do'eyo, he is connected with Hashem, k'mei b'chol mitzvah, like any mitzvah. Or k'mudgish gam ba'adiyuk b'chol d'rachecha do'eyo. And this is underscored in the choice language of the pasuk, which says, "Know God in all your ways." Know God, b'chol d'rachecha, serve Him. Of dehu, many words that could be used. Why know Him? Do'eyo dafke, because knowing, das means bonding. That's what das means. Chachma, just quite simply, quick definition. Chachma is the discovery of something novel. Bina is analyzing it. It could stop there, and you can write a book and a thesis of it, and never go through the process of das. The intellectual process is over at Bina. Das is internalizing it, connecting to it personally. Not every idea needs to be. Torah ideas do. So the hida dik is b'chol d'rachecha. That's why in this week's parsha, so this brings it. The Torah describes intimacy as knowing. V'adam yod as chava, because becoming one with that person. So b'chol d'rachecha do'eyo means shedas v'lo shnitzkashus v'yischabros. Das means to bond and fuse. And that's tzivonu, mitzvah, tzavtza. Shezeh v'tzivonu, that's the meaning of tzivonu. Shenasa achibur v'akishur shenishmasei. The Jew is connecting his neshama the way it is in the guf, imzeh with this one, she'olav oimin, about which we say, ata kotev shimcha kodesh. So here he is in the most mundane of activities, but he's doing it b'chol d'rachecha do'eyo. He's connecting to the Eibishter's atzmos and mohos in the same way that the lofty is quote unquote mitzvah. Ve'nad dova tolui ela boy. The Rabbi is saying, wow, is this a tall order? Maybe, but it's only dependent on him and the person. Everybody is capable of this. Everybody. It's an attitude that starts with that who am I fundamentally, primarily? What am I? Emphasis, I'm in the neshama in the guf. The real me is in the neshama. Neshama ikar, the neshama is my ikar. My body is secondary. With that attitude, then the body is not resistant. It's just there to serve the soul. Tafel means not marginal, as in not significant. Tafel means its whole metzius is to serve the neshama. And the neshama needs the body. Can't put out film without a body. Can't give stock without a body. Can't have children without a body. So then, gam gufe b'mayim the matzav zeh. Then even his body is going to have this connection that we're describing. Av mitzad neshama, but the neshama, harim rak mekayim atzivi b'chol derchecha de b'maisa b'poyol. They're saying like this now. In order for the body to be part of this, it requires awareness. This attitude. In order to live this way, you have to have this attitude that is ikas in the neshama and the bodies that to serve the soul. Now he's saying mitzad neshama im rak makayim atzib b'chol derechech de ma'aseh b'poyol. As far as the neshama is concerned, if you just there's no awareness, but the pale is behaving like a Jew. So coming from this awareness of my neshama is the main thing. You're just following the rules. Like we said earlier, that Allah is even without a brach, which means without awareness, the mitzvah is done. So he's saying, now in another level, if he just trains himself to behave the way he should be, then, and even a weekday in ordinary matters, in mitten mitzvah, in the middle of a Wednesday, there's the וצוונו. חיבור וקיש הנשמה עם עתה כתוב שמחת קדש. And so in order for the goof to be part of that, it's got to be this awareness a little bit, of this philosophical awareness, as it were. The goof is secondary and the neshama is primary. So then the goof willingly goes along to some degree. But even without that, if you're just doing it, so your neshama is connected, and that's the main thing. He seems to be saying that. Okay, let's continue. And it's big news here, because he's saying that even if he's missing this neshama ikeh and the body is secondary, even he's missing that, but at the end of the day, he's behaving. His behavior, Pearl Mamish behavior, is the way a Yid and a Chassid should be. Then the body isn't as refined as it could be, but his neshama is connecting, and that's in the deepest way. Because kavanah does not detract from the essential connection. Although it's optimum. It's optimal to have kavanah and awareness. But even without the awareness, so he's suggesting here, it seems, the important thing is to get into good habits, inspired or not. And to get in the good habits, it's helpful if you see other people that are examples. That you can emulate them. It's a helpful tool. But if that's not the absence of such examples, we know what we have to do, so we do it. All right, let's continue. And therefore, going back to answering the question fully now, that in what way could they be like the template for the whole year, where there's such inspiring and transcendent, uplifting moments? Now we understand why. That they are the Avodah Klolos of the whole year. Like a general principle, the general principle is nothing other than the details that emerge from it, which means the days of the year. So Haineh means to say, not only meaning not only is it that in order for the avodah on Tishri to be kediboying, because this was Simchas Teshri, right? So before Simchas Torah, still Sukkot. So the Rebbe is saying, for the avodah now, then when they were holding, to be as it should be, got to be a preparation before that, ba'avodah the Chol Hashana Kula, of the avodah of the previous year. No. Yeah, that's the prat. Let me just read further. Elagam ben again amshachas haklal. So A is in order for the avodah itself during these lofty times to be the way it should be. There has to be prior to that the mitzvahs, that's the avodah of the previous year, particularly Elul, that leads to Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur. Moreover, so then the avodah now will be the way it should be. First, you need avodah of Elul and all of the avodah preparation that we enter Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur and Sukkot the way we should and observe it the way we should. But more than that, now we want to bring it all down, the Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur moments. Avodah Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur Chag Sukkot Prat, Avodah Kol Hashana Kula. In order to bring it down, Shamayim with the Matzav Ayois and Dailish Shabayim the Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippurim. What do we want? That this lofty state that we are Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, Yom V'Neiroim, days of awe, Yom Kedoshim, and holy days. That's described in the pasuk. During which we say Melech HaKodesh, we want that all of this should be drawn down into the details. So he's saying that the prat has to precede, that the everyday avodah must precede Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, A, and B, when we're in this transcendent state, that's got to be all with the cognizance of, we're going to bring it down into the everyday. The everyday leads to it, and is the consequence of it. So Yumshech Etze B'chol Hashana Kula. So the avodah now has to be not disconnected from our ordinary everyday lives, but it's got to be such that it's going to be drawn down in the whole year to come. B'chol HaSiyosef and all of his activities shehem b'oifen b'chol d'rachecha da'eyo, that they should be in the ways we described earlier. B'chol d'rachecha da'eyo. Liyos b'tzavtze v'chibba, that he's always connected. Im Shimcha Kodesh, v'im Ata Kodesh. Malchus Dein Sof, as I said before, and Ata Kodesh. So he's saying, Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, we have to have this awareness. What's this all for? So that we bring all this down into the everyday moments of our lives. V'ad, so he's in a state of B'chol d'rachecha da'eho, connecting to the Eibishter and Shimcha Kodesh and Ata Kodesh. V'ad, so much so, okay, we're going to stop here. We're well into the next thing. Okay, so continue Be'ez Hashem on Monday, Be'ez Hashem. Okay.